While we were busy with the KCPT membership drive last week, Kansas City Mayor Sly James was busy saving America's urban cities.
More than a dozen U.S. mayors rolled into town along with political and thought leaders from around the country. They were convening at the Kauffman Center for the Performing Arts for the City Age Summit on the New American City.
Kansas City is only the third place and the first U.S. city where City Age has held a summit. The first two have been in Canada.
Well, the Kansas City event wound up attracting more than 550 people from 259 organizations in 73 cities.
Producer Justin Bond eavesdropped on some of the sights and sounds of the two-day convention that included a nod to Kansas City's musical heritage.
And so the music here continues. And I'm delighted to have you from all across the nation and beyond here in Kansas City to talk about building and rebuilding the great American and the new American city. It's a time for a national conversation about our cities. Kansas City is a special and unique place to have that very conversation. And you know, when you think about it, being the mayor of a city is a little bit like playing jazz. If you ain't got that swing and you can't collaborate, you ain't gonna get anything done. As the federal government is pulling further and further away from their obligation, the state government is too. Local governments are now saddled with taking care of more and more of the infrastructure.
I read recently 250 to 500 billion is going to be needed to invest and replace infrastructure over the next 5 years in cities.
What do we do about it, and how do we pay for it?
We look at every infrastructure project, every public sector project, as a public-private partnership, in that there's always some private sector role. But I think it's important to think of both the public and the private being involved in every infrastructure project.
Electrical substations, for instance, that are occupying very valuable city property can be restructured and built underground with current technology, and the land above that can be developed. That's to the benefit of the developer. It's tax revenues that the city didn't otherwise have. In these cash-strapped times, creativity is really the key.
How technology is reshaping urban cities was another big panel conversation.
Guests got to hear from the mayor of Chattanooga, which last year became the first city in the nation to offer 1 gigabit fiber to every home and business in the city.
The future of cities is dependent not just on infrastructure and quality of life, but on the quality of the individuals, the creativity, the smart young minds. And so the fiber to the home has given us a leg up. Chattanooga has suddenly become cool. Again, yeah. Not losing our youth to other places.
An elderly couple walks through the door at our retail space over on the corner of Westport and State Line Road and just starts profusely thanking them. What for? It's our only son, who's 26, works doing app development in New York. Because of fiber, he's coming home to Kansas City.
From New York City.
From New York City. This kind of connectivity gives a huge advantage to communities like Kansas City, Chattanooga, et cetera. Sorry if there's anybody from New York here.
It's fine.
There's one right here.
I get an email from a friend in Atlanta saying, you know, there's an article about what you're doing in Chattanooga in the Atlanta paper today. And I said, really? You can Google this. I think I can say Google here, can I?
You can, yes.
It says Chattanooga lures computer-savvy professionals with cash. And this kind of gigabit talent is the future.
Yeah. By the way, I don't believe gigabit is the end. We have some of the best photonics people in the world at Google looking to ways to actually improve that speed, 10G and beyond. Because this infrastructure we put in is not going to be obsolete. There's a crossroads where whether or not our infrastructure is going to grow, be able to be globally competitive, or whether or not the next set of startups, the next set of innovation is going to happen outside the US in the internet world. But rather than try and predict the future, my goal is to invent it.
The bebop jazz sound was born because of the jam session, which is exactly what this conference is, a jam session. It's great minds coming together to share, improvise, and improve.